What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And today is June 14th, 2025. I'm going to call this the day of chaos. This is probably one of the most chaotic days I've seen in a long time. You got so many things going on. And I'm going to explain in this short live stream. It's not going to be a very long live stream. I'm going to explain the reason for the chaos, how it's biblical, all connected to the Bible, Revelation. Hello, Coffee Girl. Thank you for the thumbs up. Much love to you. And thanks to everyone who's in the chat. Let's get some people in here. And we're going to talk quickly. Again, this is going to be maybe 30 minutes or so, guys. And we're going to try to knock all this quickly. Knock all this stuff out quickly. So I talked about some of this in my last decode. But I'm going to expand upon this. And I'm going to show you how today is the day of chaos. It's the day of the bottomless pit of chaos and disorder. And that's because it's Trump's birthday, okay? Trump's birthday, the most chaotic day of the year, of course. You got riots and protests. You got Israel and Iran going back and forth, supposedly. You have people lawmakers getting taken out in their homes. You have even a building burning in Dubai, I saw. You had a building burning in Texas. I saw other things happening even. I can't even remember everything that's going on today. But I can tell you that this is planned chaos, just like they like it. Order out of chaos. And hopefully I can get more than 33 people in here. Views have been down, and I hopefully I'm not getting annoying to everyone. I'm trying to do my best to put out good info so that people actually want to watch and people actually have, don't feel like this is a waste of their time. So hopefully I'm not wasting your guys' time with this. But at any rate, thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you, Gene Splice. Thank you, Sojourn. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Roberto, sorry. Danique, Marty, Conspirazen. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat. All right, so let's get into this. I don't want to make this too long. But this is some crazy stuff, guys. I'm proving that this is all about the book of Revelation. All right. So the first story I want to cover from today that's connected to everything is the Minnesota lawmaker that was killed. And supposedly the guy was named Vance. The guy who took her out was named Vance. And we know that Donald Trump's vice president is J.D. Vance. Okay. And Minnesota, right? Minneapolis. Minneapolis is the Twin Cities, guys. We are in the time of Gemini, the twins. Okay. 9/11 was about the Twin Towers. Okay. And today on Trump's birthday, who's a Gemini, and Trump's connected to 9/11, of course. On Trump's birthday today, we get two senators. You guys get it? Two, like twins. You had to have two senators taken out, or two lawmakers, they're calling them, taken out in the Twin Cities. And both of them were taken out with their spouses, okay? So that means two sets of people were taken out by a lone gunman, okay? So do you guys get the picture here? The Twin Cities, two sets of lawmakers are taken out with their spouses. So you got two twos, like two twins. Okay, so this is all about the Revelation 9/11. And 9/11 is about the Twin Towers, okay? And Trump is the Gemini connected to 9/11. It all goes back to the twins and the towers. Tisha B'Av, which is on J.D. Vance's birthday this year. And today the suspect is Vance, okay? Tisha B'Av is about the destruction. Let me just talk about this. Zach Hubbard brought this up earlier today, so I don't want to say anything. I didn't steal this from him. Well, actually, I did steal this from him. But I want to talk about Tisha B'Av real fast because this year Tisha B'Av will be on J.D. Vance's birthday. And Tisha B'Av is about the destruction of the temples, okay? And remember, in Gematria, Tisha B'Av equals 9/11, okay? Now, again, this year, Tisha B'Av is on J.D. Vance's birthday. Today, the shooter of these two people from Minnesota, the Twin Cities, and look, they were shot in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Brooklyn, part of New York, right? Reminds you of the Twin Towers that went down in New York. Look, guys, they even said this happened at 2 a.m. 2, like twins, right? Twins. Okay, it happened at 2 a.m. in the Twin Cities where two lawmakers were shot with their two spouses. It can't get any more perfect than that, okay? The suspect used to work for Tim Walz, okay, who was part of the Kamala ticket. And the shooter supposedly is being named. Let me see if I can find his name. It doesn't even list the shooter's name here. I don't know why it's not listing the shooter's name here, but I can assure you guys the shooter's name is Vance. Okay? Vance. His first name is Vance. Trump is running with J.D. Vance. Okay? J.D. Vance's birthday this year is on Tisha B'Av. Okay? Tisha B'Av about the two temples. So this is a riddle with something with J.D. Vance, okay? Also, this is connected to Revelation 9/11. So let's get into that. So look at what they're calling this, guys. Minnesota lawmaker. I keep seeing that phrase. Minnesota lawmaker. And this guy supposedly had no kings flyers in his car. Okay, so this guy is connected. The shooter had no kings flyers in his car, and he killed a Minnesota lawmaker. Okay, so let's look at the gematria and let's bring this all together. Okay, look at this, guys. Look at how perfect all these numbers are. First of all, I'm talking about the World Trade Center, okay, which equals Book of Revelation in 3 out of 4 ciphers. Okay, we're going to talk about Revelation 9/11. September 11th equals World Trade Center in 2 ciphers. It equals Book of Revelation in 2 ciphers. Now, today is the No Kings protest to protest Donald John Trump, which equals 68, like No Kings protests. The same day, you get a Minnesota lawmaker taken out, which equals 68, like Donald John Trump, like No Kings protests. But notice that No Kings protests equals Book of Revelation and September 11th. Now look at this, guys. Donald John Trump, 185, Book of Revelation, 185, World Trade Center, 185, and Bottomless Pit, 185. Now in Revelation 9/11, it mentions, let me get there, hold on. In Revelation 9/11, it mentions the bottomless pit. Okay? The pit of chaos is what I'm going to call it. And they had a king over them, like the King's Day, right? The angel of the bottomless pit. A bad dawn. Now, what does the word dawn mean, guys? Dawn means world ruler. So the people they're protesting a bad ruler. Okay, do you guys get this? This is a play on words. These protests are biblical. They're protesting a bad ruler, which is literally what a bad dawn means. If you break it down, it means a bad dawn, because the word dawn is a world ruler. Donald means a ruler, okay? A king. So they are protesting a bad ruler. Okay? Now, Revelation 9/11. It says bottomless pit, right? Well, that equals 185, like World Trade Center, like Book of Revelation, like Donald John Trump. Okay? Do you see how all these numbers? come together. Look at this gematria. This is not just one cipher. This is a perfect puzzle of numbers here. Okay, just look at what I'm showing you on the screen. Now, wait till I show you the next part, because this is the point of this decode. Okay, so you have the lawmaker getting taken out. The lawmaker equals no king's protests. Minnesota and the Twin Cities, like the Twin Towers. So here we go. A bad dawn, Revelation 9:11. It says they had a king. Okay, no King's Day on June 14th, 614, right? So what is the gematria of Revelation 9:11, where they have a king over them? The whole gematria of the entire verse sums to 614. Do you guys understand? How perfect is that? Think about this. The twins, we are in the time of the twins, Gemini. Trump is a Gemini. He's super connected to the Twin Towers. His name is Dawn, like A bad dawn. He's the king. He's getting connected with the kings. And in Revelation 9:11, it equals 614, like today. Okay? Pointing us to today, 614. Now, I showed this in the last video, but wait till you see this, guys. It gets absolutely crazier. In the book, in Revelation 9:11, it says the king is the angel of the bottomless pit. Guys, if you type in angel of the bottomless pit, it equals 948. Okay? Look how old Trump is today, guys, on his birthday. Do you guys see this? Trump is 948 months old. Angel of the bottomless pit equals 948. Come on, guys. I need some reactions on this. What the heck? I need some sort of feedback on this. Is this not mind-blowing? Based off of what I just showed you here, and then Trump is 948 months old today. Angel of the bottomless pit equals 948. I mean, there's not really much more to say, but there's even more to add to this. We're going to put another layer on it. Guys, today, Trump's protest is also coinciding with him celebrating the military's 250th year. Guys, Revelation 9:11 is the verse that leaves 250 verses left in the Bible. Are you understanding that? Revelation 9:11 is the verse that leaves 250. Okay. Today is the celebration of the 250th year of the military. And this verse leaves 250 verses. There's literally 250 verses left in the Bible on Revelation 9:11. And today is to celebrate the 250th year of the military, which is also Trump's birthday. And it's also Flag Day. You guys see how perfect this is? Not only am I talking about the king and the bad dawn and the 614 gematria of the verse, not only does it connect to that, then you're telling me that Trump is 948 months old, like angel of the bottomless pit equals 948, and then 250 verses left in the Bible, and today is the 250th year of the military? And look at the verse. This is the 7,707th verse of the New Testament. 777. Order out of chaos equals 777. So you put all that together. You put all this together. The Minnesota lawmaker from the Twin Cities You put all this gematria together, okay? Book of Revelation equals World Trade Center equals no king's protests equals Minnesota lawmaker who's killed today. Donald John Trump equals Book of Revelation, bottomless pit, World Trade Center. Okay, you put all that together, and then you put this together. The 614 gematria of the verse, the entire verse sums to 614, like today. Then you put this, the 948 months, like angel of the bottomless pit, and then this, the 250 verses left in the Bible. And today is the 250th year of the military. Okay. And don't forget, the United States will start its 250th year on July 4th. Okay. So it all comes together. Now, another word for the angel of the bottomless pit, in my opinion, is Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth is the serpent with the lion's head. Why do you think we have all the lion and serpent riddles? So what do you think Yaldabaoth equals? Yaldabaoth equals no kings. Do you guys see this? Yaldabaoth, the agent of chaos. What is Yaldabaoth supposed to mean? Yaldabaoth means the child of chaos or emptiness or darkness. Child of darkness, an element of chaos. Okay, so Yaldabaoth today is all about chaos. Think about all the chaos happening in the world. And think about how Israel's tied to this today. Israel's supposedly fighting with Iran. But look, no kings equals Yaldabaoth. Now, Yaldabaoth is all about chaos. Well, what's that equal? Notice how they all have the 89. You see how chaos has the 89 and no kings? So if you type in the 89 here, you see how they all have the 89? Chaos, Yaldabaoth, and no kings all equal 89. Also, King James equals 89. Today is also connected to King James because King James's name is on the Bible, where the book of Revelation is at. So this all connects to this other element of Yaldabaoth. We're in the year of the snake, and Yaldabaoth is a snake with a lion's head. We just got a pope named Leo in the year of the snake. Do you guys get this? We got a pope named Leo, like the lion's head, in the year of the snake. And the pope speaks from the place that looks like a serpent. Look at this. I mean, this is perfect. Pope Leo speaking from where's that place called? Do you guys know what the place is called? Speaking from what's that place called that looks like a serpent inside? Gosh, I can't remember the name of that place. Somebody help me out here. It's not just called the Vatican. It's called something else. Yeah, please hit those like buttons, guys. Right here, guys. This room so if you look at it from the other angle, serpent, let me just type it in. Audience hall, okay. Thank you. Okay, so obviously they're not going to show the angle that I want here. Here it is. You guys can see it looks like a serpent, the teeth and the two eyes. Okay, so the Pope, whose name is Leo, the lion, right, is speaking from the snake, right? So what does this tell you? Is this not exactly what this is? Think about it. Pope Leo, the lion, speaking from the mouth of the snake, and Yaldabaoth is a lion-headed serpent. Okay? But not all snakes are not always bad. Snakes represent rebirth. But in this case, Yaldabaoth is the lion-headed serpent, or the false god, okay, Satan, who keeps souls trapped in the physical bodies and imprisons them. Well, we're talking about the Holy See, right? Well, what does that equal? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Holy See equals no kings and Yaldabaoth and chaos. That's about perfect right there. So again, you have this connection with Yaldabaoth, but the Abaddon or Apollyon. So how does the Apollyon connect to today with Minnesota? Well, Apollyon, you see how Apollyon equals 110? Like Minnesota? You see how Apollyon equals Minnesota in 2 ciphers? And we had a Minnesota story today. But not only that, one of the guys who got shot today, one of the senators, his name is, what is his name? John Hoffman. You guys get it? John wrote the book of Revelation. John gets shot. John Hoffman equals Minnesota equals Apollyon. Okay? So I started this whole thing talking about how this all connects to these Minnesota things going on today, the No Kings protest, Israel fighting with Iran, okay? But you have this John Hoffman who equals Apollyon and Minnesota, right? So again, taking us back to Revelation 9:11, which is exactly what I made this whole decode about, okay? But yeah, I think, and again, we got to watch out for Tisha B'Av because Tisha B'Av this year is J.D. Vance's birthday, and the shooter today was Vance. And Tisha B'Av equals 82, like the birthday of J.D. Vance, or 2-8. You see how Tisha B'Av equals 82 and 28? Well, this year Tisha B'Av is on 8-2 or 2-8. But what's Tisha B'Av equal in Latin? 9/11. Okay. So how many days is it from today? Oh, today is also 8677 days after 9/11. So there's that as well. You got that 77. We know how big the 77 was. The 77 was on 9/11. But so from today to J.D. Vance's birthday, Tisha B'Av, it's exactly look at this, 1 month and 19 days from today to Tisha B'Av. Here you go again with the 119, the 911, and exactly 7 weeks, 70 weeks prophecy stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm just saying we get the shooter today named Vance in the Twin Cities. So this is something to watch for. Between now and Tisha B'Av is something to definitely keep our eyes on. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, in my opinion, it's all the names, all these different names, Abaddon, Apollyon, who else did I name in this? What was that? Yaldabaoth, Satan, Lucifer. It's all the same person. It's all one adversary. Remember, Satan just means adversary. Adversary of the truth. Okay? All these names, Abraxas, you know, people talk about Abraxas a lot. It's all clumped together, guys. It's all an adversary of the truth. Okay, that's it. So what's the truth? The truth is having the eyes of the Holy Spirit or Christ to see through it. Remember, the symbol for, I talked about this in my last decode, the symbol for no kings is a transparent crown. You can see through it to the lies, okay? Not being taken away by the lies, okay? Seeing the truth in this world for what it is. So thank you all for joining today. I guess we've been live for 25 minutes. That's about good, Allah. Yeah, another one is Baphomet. That's another one you could just throw in there. I mean, they obviously all come from different paths, but they all are just essentially adversaries of truth, in my opinion. The adversaries of the light or the truth. Somebody's saying Pope Leo equals 250. That's interesting. Demiurge, yeah, that's what they call Yaldabaoth, the demiurge. And yeah, there's I'm not this decode is not about the demiurge and the archons, but I mean that we can save that for another decode. But I mean, the point of this decode was about Revelation 9:11 and how it points to today. Okay, the No King's Day. In fact, Revelation 9:11 is, as I showed, coded today multiple times. Okay, multiple times. It's coded, right? But please hit that like button on the way out, guys. My channel hopefully is not getting, it's getting shadow banned more and more, I think. So let's try to keep the algorithm at least sending some people here. But I know that in this time, we're going to get a lot of censorship. As the world gets more chaotic, you're going to get more censorship. So I appreciate all the people that come to my channel regularly, that always come and watch my videos. But I'm hoping to get some new people in here, trying to make my presentations better, trying to be more to the point, trying to be more understandable, speak clearer, trying to just grow, guys. I want my channel to always be getting better, okay? If my channel's not getting better, please tell me, guys. Tell me what I can do to make the channel better, because I want to always be growing. I want to always be doing better, okay? That's it. I think the line is you should be getting better every day. You should be growing every day. And I'm trying to do that every day with my decoding, with the person that I am, leaning on God to help me get better every day. So, but thank you all for being with me on my journey. I'm so happy to have you here on this channel, all of you. I can't say that enough. So, but thanks for watching. I don't want to make this too long. And again, hit the like button on the way out, and we'll see if we get some more chaos today. Keep your eyes out on those protests. I don't know what that's going to bring. Maybe nothing, but I'll see you guys in a few, either tomorrow or the next day, with more stuff to talk about. But until then, God bless you all, and thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next. Oh, the World War III clock is tomorrow, so don't forget that. Don't forget that, guys. Tomorrow's the World War III clock gets counted down. But yeah, anyway, I'm not using Garo's work and giving no credit. What am I not giving credit for? Garo mentioned a bad dawn a long time ago, okay? So I'll give him credit for that, but everyone else has also mentioned that. So here's Garo's credit for his King stuff, his Elvis stuff. But anyway, God bless. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.